Hello everyone and welcome back to Enshrouded in 2025. This is where we take a look at Enshrouded 1 year after it's been released. So we are here at the base, and as far as updates go, there's just been a couple of things that I've been building. And one of those things is going to be this area right here where I'm going to be putting new animals in once we get those. So Blackmire doesn't have anything new, but we will get some new stuff in the next place, like the Highlands is where it starts. And other than that, I've just been working on a little bit of stuff like the statue stuff here. I've just made a little pedestal for it. And I kind of wanted to get it to like face the capital, and so that's kind of where it's pointing to. And before you weren't able to do this, but now you can do this by just using the R key and fine-tuning where it's pointing. Okay, and besides that, I'm just trying to get some stuff done so we can get ready for some new items. So one of those new items is going to be a new groups of plants. So we're going to have some new vegetables and stuff like that that we can plant. And once again, this stuff's not in the Blackmire, it's going to be all in the Wasteland, which we will hit up pretty soon. So I just wanted to get ready for that. Alright, so in this episode, we're going to be working on the Blackmire, and we do have a few quests for that place right now, but overall it's not a very big area. So like the main quest is going to be Follow the Melody, and that's for the Bard. And then once we get the Bard, we will unlock a few more quests in there, but the first thing we want to do is go for the Spire. That'll let us at least jump to different places in that area. Alright, so in order to get started, I'm going to jump off from this base up here. So we're going to start relatively in this area. This is the entrance. And if you're not sure where this is where the Hallowed Halls is, in Revelwood. So I'm probably going to go to the Flame Sanctum first, and then I will go north. So I will meet you over in this area. Okay, here we are on the Shroud. So this is the path down into the Blackmire. And then up there, pretty much straight up over there is going to be where the Flame Sanctum is. So if you are coming from the Flame Sanctum, just go straight up north. You'll run into this road, and this road will take you to the Blackmire. It's not shrouded once we get deeper into that area, so don't worry about that too much. So the thing about the Blackmire is that it's a little hard to traverse because there's going to be quite a bit of up and down, like lots of mountains that are hard to get up and down. So you really do want to go and unlock the Spire first. I do want to show you a couple things though. Everything's in here is going to be level 15, and that's it. Like there's no variation in levels. So don't worry too much about not being the right level. Even if you're level 14, you can still go in here and do that. Another thing is that if you look at this, these are new plants. So we can dig this up and we get foliage, which is a new item. So even at the very beginning of this place, you're getting new stuff. And then other than that, there's going to be this right here. This is, I believe it's like bark. Maybe. There we go. Blackmire bark. So a few cosmetic pieces you can grab. Then deeper in here, you're going to see a new material as well that goes along with the bark. So those are the main two right here. And if we look at our map now, that quest for the new person moved deep in here. So we need to go in here, and I'll probably just run through this just to show you where to go to get to the Spire. But I would highly recommend just flying around to get to the Spire. Also, I do want to show you a couple of new things. So this right here is something new. It is a jumping pad. These are only found in the Blackmire. And there are also new enemies in here. So there's actually a couple of new enemies. One of them does drop a new material that we're going to need. So in order to find those guys, they're actually in the mud. And we can go find them in this little pit down here. Alright, so this is the pit, and you can see that there are some new enemies in here. It's kind of hard to see, they're a little far away, but they are big reptiles, and they're going to be in this mud. They don't come out of the mud, really, but they do have a ranged attack. And so the mud is something that's like tar. You can get stuck in it, and if you don't jump out of it really quickly, and you burn your stamina, you will die instantly. So just be careful when you're in this stuff and make sure you jump out of it pretty quickly. Okay, so as far as these reptiles go, we need to aggro them from range. Trying to get close to them. And we could use the bow, or we could switch to a wand as well. Once you have their attention though, you could use melee. It's just really tough to hit them because they go down in the mud pretty frequently. There's not a whole lot of them in here. I only see a couple of them. And you can kind of see where they are in the mud because they'll have some bubbles popping up. This one might be aggroed on me. So there we go. So if you do happen to fall in the mud while they're nearby, they will jump and do a lot of damage to you. So I would not recommend falling in the mud. Try to keep your distance. But once they pop up, you can definitely hit them and take them out. Alright, we got one of them down. Let's go ahead and loot them. And these guys do have Reptile Hide, which is the new item. And with that, we got a new recipe as well, which we need to use in the drying rack. So as far as like the use for this stuff, there isn't too much of a use for it. There's like a bag, and then I think there's like one set of armor if you're going for like the archer build. So if you need to farm up a bunch of these, you can here, or there's other places you can get to them as well. But overall, you probably won't need as much of the reptile leather. Okay, so next thing I want to do is let's go to this spire, and we're going to probably fly over there. So I'm going to teleport up to the top and then fly down. Alright, we're up on the hill above the swamp area. I mentioned a couple times how to get up here, but there is an episode. It's the same one where we go down to the town below us, which is Glenwood End. And so we have this base up here, and the reason why I did that is because this is a really good spot to jump off into the swamp. And so starting up here, we're going to head on over to the spire, and I'll just show you how that goes. It's not too hard. We're going to try to stay as high as possible throughout the whole path. There are some places that you can go into that will be red, so like the area will be red and it'll kick you out of there. So be careful with that. So we're going to kind of head north past these trees, and we want to go past that. And there's going to be a tower. You can kind of see it kind of straight ahead there. I'll try to put an arrow over there so you can see it. That's the peak of it. We want to kind of work our way that way. And so I'll just speed through it and you'll see where to go. Okay, so we made it here. Had to dig a little bit getting here. And if you look around, there actually are some new enemies. So these are the bees. And we will have to deal with these guys throughout the tower. But they are pretty easy to kill, so we're not too worried about them. You can just use your fire wand, just like you do with the bats, and they'll go down pretty quickly. Yeah, here's some right here. You can just demonstrate how quickly they go down. They do have a weakness to fire damage, so they are going down pretty quickly. If you don't have a fire wand, any wand would probably work. If you look at what they don't drop anything really that special. It's just critter parts. You get the same stuff from spiders too. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this lore here. And look through this. Is from Queen Jasmina. This pretty much just documents her trip throughout the Blackmire. And this zone was not originally added to the game. It was added later after the game was launched into early access. So some of the documents might be a little limited. Alright, so here's the first part, and overall this is a very short one when compared to the ones that we've gotten to and the ones that we're going to go to in the future. There also isn't much loot in here. You can loot stuff as you find it. So one of the things about this place is that they do bring you outside, so there'll be a mixture of going in and out of the tower and the tree outside it. Some loot back there. All the items in this place are similar to what you get in Revelwood, so nothing really new. I believe the chest stuff that drops in here is all going to be the same level as Revelwood stuff. Alright, so up here is going to be our first locked door. And this lock is pretty easy to open because it's right around the corner. Let's make sure we have the copper arrows on. And this is our first chest in here. And nothing really good. And that's pretty much it from here. Let's move on to the next section, which is going to take us to the outdoors. So this is one of those sections we have to go outside of on the tree. And it's going to take us to the next level. Whereas other spires, you go up the little portals and take you to the next section. Just be careful you don't fall, because if you do fall, you have to start all over. That's assuming you have the stamina, so you can actually fly down. So yeah, just be careful when I'm jumping along the outside of this area. Okay, this is the next section for outside. This one is a little more tricky than the last one. This part's pretty normal, just climb the platforms. And I would just say take your time jumping. Just make sure you know where you're going to go before you do jump. So we're going to go around here and then jump across. And once you get to this point, I would recommend just digging out this little small section with the foliage. There we go. This part is probably the hardest part. So what we need to do is we need to come up here, then we need to jump from this one to the next one up to there. There's going to be a grappling hook up there. So get ready to press E. Alright, made it that time. So that is the hardest part, and we did pass it, so everything else is pretty simple. At this point, you can climb your way up there. You can just dig up a little spot. That'll bypass everything else. But there are some chests down here that we can grab. Let's follow the branch up here. And through the door, there's going to be a double lock. And inside the lock is going to be another chest. So all this is optional. So the first lock is going to be on this side over here. We just need to swing across to that other side. That's weird. The second time I pressed E and it did not work. Might be a ranged thing with the grappling hook. Alright, so here's the first one. Have to go back across and then go down below. And then we can get the next one. It's on the other side of this wall. And around the corner. And it's in here, this door. So in here there's going to be some new enemies as well. These are sprites, I believe they're called. Make sure you kill them quick or they will duplicate. Alright, so here's the nice switch. Let's go back to the chest. So once again, this is all optional, not required. Here we go, the warrior chest. Alright, so from this point we can just go around the corner here and up, and then this will take us to the top. And this is the end of the spire. This jump could be tricky, so be sure you land it. And then we just follow the branches to the top here. Alright, here's the flame shrine. Click on this. Yeah, wasn't too bad of a tower. It's very short. There isn't much to it either. And yeah, so now we have this place unlocked. We can teleport up here and kind of fly around the area. We did unlock was Helping Hands, which is one of the NPCs we can grab. This is Follow the Melody. This is a big one over here. So we'll have to go and do those two quests. I think what we'll do now is go and do the Follow the Melody quest. It isn't too far away. And yeah, we can just jump down and reach that place from up here. Alright, so let's go a little bit higher. I can show you where to go. There is going to be some red fog behind that, so you don't want to go there. But below it's going to be a temple. And as we get closer, you'll see the temple appear. And I'm going to try to land on one of the areas outside the main temple area. So just try to follow along and see where I land. And hopefully you can get to that spot as well. Okay, so this is one of the spots we need to land on. Pretty easy to land on here. If we look at this setup, so we have the main temple right here, and the sun is kind of shining in it, but the very top of there's going to be a door, and above that's going to be 3 locks. So those 3 locks are on the 3 main platforms, so I'm on one of these. The locks below. The one over there is going to have a lock on that one. There's going to be a lock on the one over there, farther away. So I'll show you where those locks are right now. This area does have a lot more to it than just opening up this door. There's a lot of chests and stuff hidden in here. It's kind of like an outdoor dungeon. So let's go down here. And yeah, there's like a lot of stuff in here as well. I'll try to get this done before night falls. So this is one of them. You can see one of the lights have lit up. The next one's going to be over there. I'm going to try to avoid fighting through all the plants. So I'm just going to go straight this way. This is all mud, so there's going to be little reptiles in here as well. Just going to go over here. See if we can jump to the next one. There's a golden chest. And daggers, okay. So we want to go to this one right here, straight ahead. We need to go to the roof. Okay, made it that time. And so once you're on the roof, you have to go to the top part of the roof. Just jump up here, and this is where the switch is. And so just for reference, this is the temple right here. And there's going to be a little bouncy pad. And right here is the lock. If you actually went through the building, I believe there's a bunch of plants and reptiles in there. This is where you would come out from right there. But I would definitely recommend bypassing all that. So that is the second one. So the third one is going to be over on this next building. So it's this building over here. So if you look at the map, then you could see all three of the buildings. This one here, which is what we're on, and this one here. We unlocked this one. We unlocked this one just now. This is the next one. Alright, need to rush through this because there's not a whole lot of time left. So we're going to go to the top again. If you go through the bottom, there's going to be a lot of fighting, just like the other place. So it's right up here. Yeah, it's getting really dark. Alright, yeah, here it is right here. So, once again, little spot you can jump off on, and then there's the building. It's right here. And if you came in from below, this is the way up. But there's going to be a lot of reptiles down there. Okay, let's press the button. Let's go rescue the bard. So if we look over here, all three of the lights are lit up now. So that door is now open, so we can head on over there. And this is a door that was locked, so you can see right above it was the 3 lights. So let's go down here, and you can see the glow. And this is the pod for the bard. Yeah, so we open it up, we get some recipes now. We have the medium backpack recipe, and that backpack does require some of the reptile leather. So if you were farming that up before, you should be fine. If you need some more, there is some around here, but it's also some at the very beginning of the zone. You don't need that many kills, maybe a couple of kills. Alright, so I'm going to head back to the base, and then we can talk about the stuff we unlocked. Alright, we're back at the base, and let's go ahead and put the bar down. I think we have an open bed. I did move some people around earlier. I think this one's open. Alright, we need to switch the staff over. So we're looking for Valerie the Bard. Let's give her this bed, and let's talk with her. Alright, so we have the quest for Beloved Daggers. And so this is a new quest. It is, I believe, in the Blackmire. So a lot of the new quests we get from the Blackmire is going to be from Valerie. Alright, let's check out this one next. This one talks about the VUCA settlements in the Blackmire. Then last one is Pieces of the Past. And this one talks about some fossils and stuff that you found. So yeah, we'll check out these later. And yeah, so those are the new quests that we get. And this one gives us the hand drum for the Bard quest. So let's look at the map and we can see all the new ones that have been added. So a few new quests that have popped up. Yeah, this is pretty much why you want to get her first before you start doing more exploration over here. Because she will unlock new areas like this right here. One for the VUCA quest here. But yeah, that is the last NPC that we can get, at least for now, until they add new ones. And it does show that we have 8 out of 8. And if we talk to her, we can see what she offers as far as crafting goes. So she gives us musical instruments, and what those do is if we play them while we're resting, they will give us like an extra minute of time to our rested buff. And she also has some stuff that we can craft for cosmetics. It's like a cosmetic armor set, which you can use if you want. And the most important thing that she does have that we can craft is going to be the backpack. And as you see, it does require 6 reptile leather. And then also 6 linen, which should be pretty easy to get to. And once we craft that, we do get an extra row for our inventory. So that's the plan for now. Let's go ahead and craft this backpack. And in order to do that, we need to go over here. So we have a new recipe here unlocked. Reptile leather. It's reptile hide and salt. Make sure you're getting some salt. We can only make 4 of these for now. It's pretty quick to make this stuff too. So I might go run and grab some more reptile hide. I only grabbed 4. Go back to that little pit and farm those guys up. Not too hard to kill. So we'll do that here very soon before we move on. Next thing I want to show you is this stuff. So this is another item. Let's go to our hammer. Let's just go to like terrain stuff. And then over here. So we have this new foliage. This is pretty nice stuff if you're trying to go for a bush look. You can just use it as like a bush, essentially. It adds a little bit of flavor to things. It does look pretty good. You can kind of just keep stacking it if you wanted to. And digging this stuff up isn't too bad. It's a little bit of time in the Blackmire and you'll have quite a bit of this stuff. So yeah, that's the foliage. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab some more leather and come back and then we'll make that bag. Alright, we're back. So here is the leather. There we go. We got 5 here. One here. 1 there. Okay, we have a decent amount. I need to make some linen. I didn't make linen. Okay, we have some linen already made. Nice. Make a little bit more of this. Okay, let's go ahead and talk with the bard again. And now we can make our backpack. There we go, medium backpack.
Your tale has only just begun.
I don't think she has anything new as far as gear goes. This is all older stuff. And this requires reptile leather. This is level 13 though. If you're looking to make this particular set with range damage, you're probably going to want to get more leather as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the reptile leather. You're not going to need too much of it for crafting things. So I just got enough just to get this backpack, really. And so we're going to go from an 8 slot up to a 16 slot. There we go, we have an extra row. So we're in the second tier. Then there's a final tier after this, which we'll get to a little bit later. But yeah, that's pretty much it for crafting stuff with the leather. I'm not going to farm any more up, but if I do need more, we know where to go. Alright, next thing I want to do is go to take care of some more quests, but I think we're going to switch it up a little bit. There is a quest in this area, the Pillars of Creation, and it's going to get us the stone mason tools. The reason why we want that is because it's going to unlock some new recipes as well. And this area is pretty much our level right now, so we can definitely take care of this one. And it is technically a part of the Highlands, but it's not completely in there, so it's just low-level guys, just like what we have in the Blackmire. So we do have our base up there, and I'm going to start up from that point, then we'll just fly down to the door. Okay, so there are a couple of things that we can do to make this quicker. And one big thing is we can do is fly across to the other peak, and then dig our way up to the top, and there actually is a hole that we can get into. And I would say that's probably the safest thing to do. There's not much fighting at all with that. And while that is the safest, that definitely is more time consuming, because you'll be spending a lot of time digging up, much like we did to create the base on top of this mountain, which for reference is back in episode 11 when we did that. Alright, so if we look across, you see the other peak over there. You're not going to make it over there with the current version of the glider that we have. So I would say aim low, if that's what you want to do, and then you can dig your way up to the top. And at the very top there is a big hole that you can jump down. So let's just head over there. I'm not going to do it, but I'll show you where to go if you want to do that. Alright, so this is the place where you can start digging at to get up to the top. If you did jump off with a lower glider, then you're probably not going to make it this high. So it'll be even more digging for you. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to bypass this and then go around to the front. So we can continue around down towards the bottom. And everything in this area is probably going to be our level, so no worries about fighting stuff. And we technically can start picking all these new plants. These are all plants that we have access to now. They're all from the Highlands, which is the same level as we are. Alright, so this is the gates to the Pillar of Creation. And this place is only open if you have defeated the Whisper Wyvern and upgraded the flame to the next level. Otherwise, this will all be red fog and you won't be able to go through this area. But you still could get through here from the top. Alright, so inside there's going to be quite a few bugs in here. And the Enshrouded only covers a small amount of this area. Oh yeah, you can explore down there if you want. I'm going to keep going this way up towards the stairs. This will take us up to the top. And this is a safe room, so we get a respawn point. And then through here, you're going to see this big open area, which is like an old temple over a volcano. So the tool is technically straight ahead. You can go either way. If you look at the map, it points us to the quest, which is on the other side of the lava. So we do have two paths that we can go, either left or right. The right way is definitely more difficult. It will take you into this temple, and it contains quite a few traps and stuff you have to deal with. And the middle part here does not connect. It's just a section that we can go visit just to look around. We'll repair first. Make sure you're keeping your eye out for some lore. But here there's going to be a debris field. And we can just dig a path through this. Alright, so we dug a little path through this section, and you can see that there's like a trail ahead of us. And this will take us up to the top here, bypassing the entire temple that's down here. So yeah, this definitely is the fastest way to do this. And over here there is a obelisk. Let's go ahead and click on this. And this obelisk is for the Highlands area. There's a lot of new markers that have been added for the Highlands area. So lots of new places to visit. So this is the exit for the temple that we bypassed. And it is still locked, so we haven't unlocked it yet. But if you really want to go through it, you can jump up and jump over the wall here. So you can go back and visit this area if you want to. I think there might be some chests in here. But yeah, I'm going to bypass that, and we're going to go up to the tools. This will take us deeper into the mountain, so we don't want to go there. We get one more level up. So we just go around here and then go across the bridge. Alright, here are the tools right here. It's not too difficult to get up here. And if you decided to go from the top, you can see the hole up there. And what you do is you just jump down and then fly to this area. And as you see, there's not any shroud over here, so it's pretty quick to get over here. And you could get these before you even kill the Whisper Wyvern. Alright, so this is the research camp. And in this container right here is the stonemason tools. There we go, we have the masonry tools, which unlocks more stuff for us to craft. Yep, get the refined stone. Lots of new things. This talks about the hiding the masonry tools and stuff, so more lore for that. Another more lore here. So this is going to be the dragon sword. This is actually a really good sword, and it's nearby where we're at. It's right down here, I believe. Yeah, there's going to be like a little hole you can go into. We might actually go do that here pretty soon. That should all be within our level. Yeah, that's pretty much it for over here. It's kind of quick, and it's kind of anticlimactic if you think about it. You can go up here, get this chest as well while we're over here. But if you do this the right way, or I guess the longer way, you'd have to go through a bunch of traps and stuff in that dungeon down below us, which is not too bad. It's not that far. Well, difficult to get through. Grab this. Level 16, 17, Arrow Striker. Okay. Then here's another way out. Another place we can exit. I think what we'll do is head back to the base now. Alright, back at the base. It is nighttime now. I want to go and turn in these mason tools. Here we go. Retrieve the tools. Let's go put them down somewhere. They're not that big, so we can put them really anywhere we want. Put them like right here. There we go. Everybody's got quests now. So we've talked to him. What we get with the mason tools is the wells, the water wells. And if we look at this, it does require masonry tools to craft. So this is a pretty big deal. You can have a way to make water in your base. So you don't have to go out and find it anymore. But it's probably something you want to grab pretty early on. And then you can make the buckets. The buckets are pretty cheap. It's just wooden planks, metal, and charcoal. I think we need some more linen. Which we should have some linen being crafted right now. Here we go. Let's get some linen. Let's go talk to him. There we go. We have a water well. So let's go put this down somewhere. Probably put it like right here. That's probably good. And it's going to refill. Over time it will fill up. So I would just check back here every once in a while. But yeah, definitely something worth building early on to kind of fill up the water that you're going to need over time. Of course, you can build multiple of these. They're all independent. So yeah, a pretty nice thing to have. And this is the main thing you want the masonry tools for. You do get access to other things as well. So let's go look here. Mostly just statues. So like these, coffins, crypt stuff. You can build like your own crypt now under the ground if you wanted to. We get access to new statues as well. And we get access to things like the bed and stuff like that. So lots of things we can craft now. Yeah, this is actually slightly better than our current one. So maybe worth grabbing this stone bed. If we look at the cost of it. Requires straw and these mint mushroom meats, which are in the next zone. So yeah, I think we'll go do this later. Just to get more upgrades for our base. But I just want to point out that yeah, these are things we can craft now. Is all the various things that we would need masonry tools for. Okay, let's see what we have as far as quests go. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Black Cauldron. Yeah, so the alchemy station. This is going to be pretty deep in the next area, the wasteland. And a tanning station, also going to be in the wasteland, I believe. Oh, Highlands, so Nomad Highlands. So yeah, we'll get a bunch more stuff from that. And then she has the almanac. This is in the Highlands as well. Cora in Rattlebleak. Yeah, so we did uncover quite a bit of stuff here. This is all going to be the Highlands here. The Wastelands is the next area after the Highlands. That's not quite opened yet. Then he has one more.
Care to look at my craft?
Hunter from the Highlands. Okay, I think that's all the quests that we got. So yeah, we just unlocked like a lot of stuff for the Highlands area. It's still refilling. Okay, so we have lots of options. I do kind of want to focus on the Blackmire though, and kind of wrap this up. There's like 3 or 4 routes in here we can hit up to get us some more skill points, which we're going to need to get the Earth Aura. So I'm going to sleep and then we'll move on out after this. Okay, we're at the Blackmire Ancient Spire. So we'll start from here and we're going to take care of a couple of quests. The biggest one we want to do is the Daggers for the Bard. because this is going to unlock the Obelisk. So let's just set this as the active quest. And we kind of have a general idea of which way to go now. So let's get some distance, some height. So we need to go a little ways. Alright, we want to go beyond this tree right here, down below. It's going to be pretty far below. So I guess just follow along. There we go. Alright, so this is the Obelisk. And if you did miss this, it isn't too hard to get back up here. You just have to go through those jump pads. And then there is a way where you can get up to this top level right here. Jump to the jump pad. Next jump pad. And hook right there. And then here you go. Here's the Obelisk. Alright, 4 markers added. So let's look at the map. And you can see we've gotten a root here, and a root here. So some new roots. And then this is the Daggers for the Bard quest. The hand drum. 4 markers added. Not sure where the 4th one is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get to that later. So below is where the daggers are. And actually is a piece of lore. So if you don't have the dagger quest yet, let's get this chest here first. There is a lore piece that will get you that quest. These aren't the daggers. These are different daggers. Okay. We need to get back up here. Oh, that was close. Very close. Okay, so let's go and I think the lore is on this side. Down below. Let's see. I think what I'll do, I'll just go look for it and then I'll show you where it is. Okay, I finally found it. It's right here, this piece of lore. So this is actually on the northern parts. Like the path comes down. Path's right there, and then right beyond that is going to be this. So let's read this. Okay, I wanted to point this out because this will unlock the quest. Let's get out of here before this guy attacks us. And the important part about that is that it talks about Val, the Valiant. And it kind of brings together the pieces that Val is actually Valerie, the Bard. So, pretty interesting piece of information if you're interested in lore. So, what we're going to do now is we want to go to the dagger spot. And it's going to be on the south side. Right there. Just mark this. So, we can go over there. Up here. Let's just fly that way. Overshot. It's right around the corner here. Might have to go up to get down there. And we could technically just jump through this stuff. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right there. So there's going to be the daggers inside of this beast. One of the reptiles right here. There we go. Collected them. Yeah, careful with those guys. That's pretty much it. That's the daggers. All 15 guys here, so nothing to worry about. I'm not going to spend the time fighting him. So what I want to do now is go back up to the top of the spire. Then we'll kind of talk about the next step from there. Alright, so these are the daggers, in case you're wondering. If you're using daggers, they're pretty good. Sneak attack, poison damage. So lots of bonuses to all those things. And I'm not going to use them, so I'm just going to salvage them. Okay, here we are at the Blackmire Ancient Spire. So what we want to do is we want to go to this route here, start this one. This is not going to be too hard to get to. So let's go ahead, mark that one on the compass, and let's head that direction. Which you can kind of see the shroud over there. So we're going to try to just land in that direction, and there's going to be some roads that take us to the places that we need to go. So let's hop off. Alright, yeah, there is the road below us, which you might have landed on. It goes into the shroud. We want to go above this road. We're going to walk around the edge. Let's see if we can kill this one, maybe. Yeah, if they're not chasing me, I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, okay. So, keep walking on the road. It's going to take us towards the marker on the map. We got boars here. Oh, I hear the bees. Lots of bees, lots of stuff. Okay, yeah, lots of animals over here. You know what? I might grab some of this meat. I'm not running that low, but I think we need it for recipes in the future, so I'm just going to grab some. Okay, so just keep following the road, and we're heading towards the marker on the compass. We come to a spot we have to jump off. Let's go down one level. Another road. Yeah, it's going to be right below us. Right down there below us, so that means we can just jump off right here. Alright, let's kind of just make our way to this spot here. We need to go to the bottom anyway, so let's keep going this way. And we're going to run into a cave entrance right here, where we need to go. There shouldn't be too many difficult things, like probably bugs and plants. That's going to be about it. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Might be a few more bugs in here. Alright, let's knock this thing down. There we go, got the root. So I think we have a total of 4? Yeah, 4. I think we need one more. We need 5. So that's a simple route to get. We can go to the next one now. We probably should just leave here, since this is all outside of the shroud, and head back up. Alright, back at the Blackmire Spire, and the sun is getting ready to set, but I think we should be fine to do this next one. So let's go ahead and mark this one on the map. This is a pretty easy one to get to, but it's a huge pain to get through it. It's going to be over here towards the east, southeast area, and probably can't see it from here. Once we get past this, you'll be able to see the cave. It's a shrouded cave. Now, I did go ahead and grab a few things. I got this extra +minute shroud and some magic damage. And then I got this as well, shroud flask. So we have 11 minutes extra. And we might need this. We probably won't, but we might. So I'm just going to use it just in case. Let's actually go down to this tree branch here. Probably should be able to see it from here at least. Yeah, right down there's a cave. You can kind of see it in between the branches. That's what we're going to shoot for. Okay. This place is a maze. I should put it that way. It is a huge pain to get through. So I'm going to try my best to get a coherent path through this place. So we come in from here, kind of hang to the right. Okay, this is a bunch of creatures here. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. Make sure you're killing these things on the wall too. Okay, so we came in from behind this pillar here. So like over here, over there. And we're gonna go around this pillar. It's gonna get a little yellow, which is good. That's what we want to look for, is the yellow. And keep on going this way. So heading down is always good too. Now at this point, it can get a little tricky. So we want to go, I believe, to the right here and go down. Yeah, this is it. Okay. The reason why I know it's it, because this is another way down, is right there. You can jump down from that plant room down here. So keep on going down. There's be some more enemies here. You definitely want to clear out all these enemies in here. Okay, I think we killed all the enemies in here. And the reason why you want to kill the enemies in here is because if you look down there, you see, was that 4 wraiths and a brute? That's why you want to do that, because you want to kite them back up. And as you notice, like, our time is getting kind of low. We've been on here for several minutes, like 4 minutes now. So be very careful with this. I'm going to try to just pull him. We might not be able to do that, though. Nope, they're all coming. Alright, let's try to kill the ones that are far away. You know, actually, we could kite this guy back, and they'll quit chasing us. Let's get him over here. Oh, did he turn around? Nope, he's still coming. Alright, we can fight him right here. The guy's coming. Okay, he's down. And alright, they're kind of split up a little bit. We go to the wand, try to pull them one at a time. There's one. There's headshots. There's 2. Alright, it should be 2 more, I believe. 1 or 2 more. They're going to be along the path here that we took. Well, there he is. Okay, I think that's the last one. Might be one more. we'll see once we get down here. So yeah, that could be a little bit of a pain if you just kind of ran in here and aggroed them all and tried to fight them all. That is a little bit more of a difficult fight. I'm not seeing any more, so I guess we're good. Here we go. This is the root. Trust me, it is a massive pain going blindly down here. It takes a while to get used to that path that we just took, but if you take the path, you'll get there pretty quickly. And with that, we did get enough skill points to unlock Earth Aura. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's get some strength. Thick skin. Yeah, we might do thick skin, we'll see. But we did get strength. So, we're probably pretty good on defensive spells now, or defensive skills. And the Earth Aura is really nice, especially when we get surrounded in like the hollow halls and stuff like that. We can take a lot of damage now and be fine. Okay, so that's this one. It's probably gonna be dark. I'm gonna go back to the base, and then we'll come on back and either do the next route or Helping Hands. I'll see. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is gonna be over here. Yeah, it's gonna be this way. So see that big tree off in the distance? We need to go behind that tree. Actually, underneath the tree is where we have to go. So we're gonna head off towards this area. It's not too hard to find. There's a path that takes us all the way to that tree and even to the side of that tree. Alright, yeah, so here's the path. And this is going to take us straight to this tree. This tree's a big area. We do have a quest in there, so we'll do that later. But this next route is right next to the tree. Alright, so we're in the Shroud now, and this thing is just right over here. Like you can see on the compass, it's pretty close by. You could follow this around. I'm just going to try to avoid these plants. And then the cave is right here. The path goes straight into the cave. And this is a little bit underwhelming compared to the last one. It's very fast. Okay, yeah, there's a bug nest right there. We just kind of broke it. And I think that's pretty much it. Nothing else in here. Pretty simple. And that is this route here. So we're gonna skip this part here. Let's go back up. I'm gonna go repair real quick and then I'll come back up to the spire again. Okay, let's look at the map, and we do have this Helping Hands quest. Let's make this the active quest. It's not very far. We don't have to get a lot of height to get to this place. It's just right below us in this little canyon. So let's just kind of lower down here a little bit, and then we're going to fly straight to this location marker. I don't think we aggroed those guys. Nope, okay. This is the hidden temple. Or one of the hidden temples. Let's go ahead and go through this place. It's pretty quick. And then in here, it's going to be a chest and a book. Alright, let's read this book. So we get the secret temple door from Braylon. We have a new location marked on our map. So this is part of a chain, and this takes us to this next hidden temple. So we're going to be doing a few hidden temple hops here to get to the next NPC that we need. That's pretty much it. You just come up here. This is going to take us back out. It's just bypass the tar, pretty much. Yep, that's it. Alright, so we do have a lot of stuff in that corner over there. I'm going to let that stuff sit for a little while. We'll come back and visit that. I do want to do one more thing. Let's go ahead and try to get this Rumors of the Dragon Cave, because this is actually a pretty good weapon we might be able to use. Okay, so if you look at the map here, it's going to be in this general area, and we're going to be aiming for this little hole right here. You can probably mark that if you wanted to, if it lets you. Well, let's go down here and hop over here. So we're going to jump off pretty far below us. So grab this real quick while we're over here. Another flame shrine. I think these guys are like level 15 or 16. Let's see. Level 18, not too bad. We're 17 right now. Alright, these guys have bird meat on them. And eggs. You get the eggs and bird meat from the chickens around here. We can harvest. We can farm those guys up. So we'll just grab some of this stuff. I don't think we can use any of that stuff at this point, but we'll look at it later. Alright, and we have to go down here. So let's just kind of make our way down here. Now, this is interesting stuff right here. This, we can dig this up. And this is fossilized bone. So this is really good stuff to get. You're going to need this for a lot of items. So if you want to dig this stuff up, this is where I would recommend coming in the beginning. Otherwise, you're going to have to be traveling pretty deep into the wastelands or the highlands to get to this stuff. But this is a pretty good place to farm this up. There's nothing down here to mess with you. As you can see, you get a lot of recipes unlocked from this. So I'll dig this up later. We have to keep going below to this temple. There's some sprites. Yeah, be careful with these. Oh no, we got one. Okay. Alright, that was one of them. There's another one over here. Alright, those are gone. So up there is like a dragon's mouth. If you look at that, it's pretty interesting looking. It's like a fossilized dragon. And let's go through here. And this is the chest. So this is the legendary dragon sword. Pretty good. Like if you look at this stats on this thing, it goes up to 23. So it's definitely the highest level item we have. The damage on it's 37 base, but look at all the fire damage you get from this. This is so good for a lot of the fell creatures, the enshrouded creatures, because they all take bonus damage from fire damage. So this is why I wanted to get this sword. As you see, it's pretty easy to get to. And once again, this like stuff like this fossilized stuff you're going to be needing a lot of to make arrows out of and stuff. So yeah, pretty easy to get to. Just make sure you jump down that hole, and that's about it. Yeah, really nice sword to use. So I'm gonna dig up some more of this fossilized bone and then head back to the base. All right, back at the base. So we did accomplish quite a bit actually. Get some water now. I think the most you get out of these is 12. So yeah, definitely scoop up some water when you can. Let's see how much we get out of this. Yeah, it stops at 12. So that's how much you get, which is pretty good. Every time you come back, you can go and get some water, which you're going to need quite a bit of with the potions and stuff. So we also got, let's see, we got this sword. We're definitely going to use this sword. Probably as our main weapon, actually. I need to pump this thing up with some points. So let's go ahead and salvage this for 520. We also have the fossilized bone. And we can do a couple things with this. One thing we can do is throw it in here. We actually get fossilized bone dust. So let's select this. And you're going to need this to make better soil and also to grow better vegetables. So I'll probably make a little bit of this. I'm not going to make all of it though. We'll go back and get some more a little bit later. It does take a while to craft this stuff too. Like 3 of them or 4 of them is 40 minutes. So you might want to keep this going. Actually, I might have to make a couple more of these grinders. They're pretty easy to make. So that's that. Let's go ahead and go to the NPCs real quick. Okay, we did get her daggers.
Want to hear an early rendition?
Okay, so this is another quest. 1 marker added. Yeah, we want to talk to her as much as we can.
Light on your feet.
He has another quest. I think this is going to take us to...
Hello, stranger.
Yeah, then next underneath the Nomad Hunt. So we're not going to do this anytime soon. But I'll just grab it just to remove the exclamation mark from his head. Yeah, let's
Hope you don't die.
get back to that in a minute. Okay, so one new thing that we did get is from her. These fossilized arrows. So the fossilized arrows use the fossilized bone we just grabbed. And these arrows, we can look at the comparison. Let's look at our arrows. I do have some that I found already. So these are 17 damage versus the copper ones, which are 14 damage. These are also piercing and cutting, so you have a mixture of damage versus just piercing. So pretty good arrows to use. I'll definitely be switching to these once we get some feathers and also enough fossilized bone to craft them. But yeah, you do get 50 of them from her. So yeah, not too bad. Definitely the arrows we want to switch to. Okay, he might have a couple of things with the fossilized bone. Yeah, this new set does require fossilized bone and leather. We need a tanning hide for leather, but this is just a new set. So yeah, magical damage, stuff like that. So nothing else with him. Let's go ahead and max this thing out. Alright, we're looking at 84 damage, so 44 plus 40 damage, and that's a big chunk of fire damage. The majority of the sword's gonna be fire damage, and it does look really nice too. It's a really good looking sword. So, definitely gonna be using this in just about every fight that we can. Alright, and I think that's pretty much it for the episode. So, once again, look at the map. We did knock out quite a bit of the Blackmire. I did say it would take 2 episodes, and we did kind of veer off a little bit and do the tools here and then the sword. So we're kind of working our way into the main Highlands area. But we do need to wrap up the Blackmire, which we probably will do in the next episode. Those last 3 quests, they aren't too bad. They'll just be a little bit of legwork to get through. So yeah, that's going to be it. I think we're on our way into the next section. I thank you for watching. I appreciate all support, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.